Okay, I guess I just had to do one more video before retiring for the night. I know I said the last third one was it, but I just have to do one more to clarify something. Because I talked about something, okay, I touched upon something which is called classical conservatism. So, what is classical conservatism? Classical conservatism, first of all, has nothing to do with race, okay? It has to do with a particular mindset within the American community. The traditional father, the traditional mother, having a family with kids where the father went out, worked for a living, the mother stayed home and helped raise the kids. And I realize things change over the years, but stick with me on this, okay? It was a foundation for this nation, and it didn't matter what race, didn't matter white, black, Asian, Latin community, whatever community it was just a given. It was just a family structure within America. And then from there, people decided what political party they wanted to join, whether it was a Democrat or Republicans. If you were working class, you primarily joined the Democrat Party. If you were Republican, in other words, if you were a working class, you were part of the working class, you joined the Democrat Party. If you were more of a pro-business person, you joined the Republican Party. But the culture itself was, until the mid-1960s, and then later on, as the 1960s gathered more momentum, where it became more libertarian, far more liberal, and then you had the radical leftism coming into the culture. Up until that point, the whole entire country still retained primarily a cultural conservative mindset. And it wasn't about race. It was about the culture. Many black families who I knew were very conservative. The fathers were very strict and conservative. What I mean by conservative, you had to have respect. You do what you had to do, and that was it. Okay, but unfortunately, a lot of that got derailed not only with the blacks but with the whites and other communities throughout the nation. So now we have something else, which is a mutation of both classical conservatism and classical liberalism, which classical liberalism was based upon union wages, welfare, social security, things like that. Now I realize things change. Times change, culture changes, and what we need is a whole new political middle in this nation. But just to clarify what true conservatism is, in order to retain the American system, we got to know what true classical conservatism is and embrace everybody of all races into it and know that's what it is, okay? All Americans. Thank you. That's what classical conservatism is. Thank you very much.